Well, bless you, beloved. You are so blessed in everything you are doing. Even your thoughts coming from the mind of Christ are living thoughts. You receive that. You're not afraid of thinking heavenly thoughts. They are alive. And what if, your father is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? They are alive unto him. It's beautiful when we go through the heroes of faith and we look at this absolutely special, out of this world type of heroes that they did find faith. They did have a relationship with faith as they had a relationship with the Word of God. The Word of God comes with that faith. And as they enter the relationship, then the Word becomes alive in them. And faith becomes what they hope for. Faith becomes what they hope for. So we're going to go further and talk about Isaac. Is just one verse here in Hebrews 11:20. It says, by faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. By faith. Now, if you know anything about that story with the blessing of Jacob and Esau, it doesn't look anything like a super faith work. You'd expect, a ceremony, a perfect ceremony, really set up, with the throne and with everything there. And here comes the old Isaac and blessing Jacob and Esau and putting the crown on their heads. And there was nothing like that. Actually, it was kind of confusing. So Rebecca, Isaac's wife, and their mother, Jacob and Esau's mother, she has a plan. Somehow she favors one of her sons, which happens to be the second-born. Jacob was the second-born. Esau was the firstborn. But Rebecca favors Jacob. And she's trying to switch the stuff. So Isaac, which had a problem seeing very clearly, would not know the difference, and he would bless Jacob. But see, he would bless Jacob as Jacob would lie through his teeth that he is Esau. And I'm reading correctly that by faith Isaac blessed Jacob. When that guy is pretending to be his brother and he lies to his dad? What? So, yes, that's the story. It's pretty interesting, right? Reading Genesis, but so let me try to clarify a little bit. Let me take you a step back. So Romans 9:10 through 13. Not only this, he says, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one man, even by our father Isaac, and in parentheses says, the children not yet being born, nor having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him who calls. It was said to her, the word of God came to Rebekah. This is not bad parenting. This is what God told her. The older shall serve the younger. See, faith works with the word. Not to favors, not to preferences, not through all these type of things. Faith works faithful to the word. And the word said, the older shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob I have loved, but Esau I have hated. I'm not going to talk about this hating thing or the predestination, or just follow with me. That's the word came to Rebekah while she was in childbirth, and that was so important to her. Look in Genesis 25:22. But the children struggled together within her, and she said, and this is $1 million question, okay? And I wish all of you that struggled or struggle with the promise of God, trying to birth what God promised you, okay? This is $1 million question. Here it is. If all is well, why am I like this? Do you like that? I bet you haven't seen that in the Word. Not for a while. If all is well, if everything is so clear, this is from God, I'm in a line of promises of God from Abraham. If all is well, why am I like this? Look at this struggle inside me. So she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said, oh, I'm glad you came to ask me. Oh, I was waiting for you to ask. Good. And maybe some of you should do that too, to go to him and say, hey, what's going on? Don't take a prescription that's pre-made and everything worked this way last time, and don't do that. Talk to him. He's gonna be so happy that, oh yeah, I'm glad you asked. So the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 peoples shall be separated from your body. 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. That's something that's quoted in Romans, we read before. But this is what happened. This is what she heard when she inquired of the Lord. So she raised them with that word inside her. So when Isaac, her husband, said, it's time to bless my firstborn, she switched them. She switched them by faith. In the word that she got, she knew that's what it is. So Isaac blessed the wrong son by faith. See, you know why you have a problem, or anybody has a problem with this question? Because faith has nothing to do with the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If you are still thinking, yeah, but he lied, yes, but this was not the firstborn, and yeah, she messed up, and faith has nothing to do with the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's not debatable. It's not, yes, but you should have understand. She should have known. She should have been more compassionate, more understanding of the poor Esau. And faith has nothing to do with that type of, let's say, empathy. No. It was very clear, and faith does not answer questions like, was this right? Does it make sense to you? Look what's happening here. Look what's happening there. Look, the moment look, that's outside in. So, what is this work of faith? Faith works the purposes of the Father. He does all things, the Father does all things according to His will, the pleasure of His will. His will orders all things. Faith is revealing this order and brings that power to manifest the substance of things hoped for. In that word was the plan, the purpose of the Father, and faith was manifesting that purpose. Faith is not used to support or validate someone's beliefs or preferences. Yeah, but it should be like this and could be like that. You know, that's why when you are in faith, you are not respecter of persons. Because respecting a person's kind of makes you look from outside in and dumps you into the tree of knowledge. I know this is strong. It's a strong word. But I want you to listen to this. Go to Genesis, read about that, and keep thinking of Hebrews 11:20. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau. By faith. It was no mistake. It looked like it, but there was no mistake. It was by faith.